Let's go. Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to a new video. In today's video, I will try to share what I think is the best layout to play to XKO in keyboard, but why I'm playing on keyboard and why I'm making this video. 2 years ago, I made the same video on how to move while looting Apex Legends, because I'm really obsessed with the way how we interact with games, and I think it's really cool. And fighting game is really all about that. How you are quick to adapt to your opponent moves, how you interact with the game. So a good layout will make your gaming journey much smoother. And it's not like you need to play the same as I am, because whatever you are used to is the way to go. It's all about syncing with your character. So this is my layout. There are two types of inputs. The first one is analog input. This one is kind of tricky, and you can only find it when we are talking about fighting game. You can only find it in controller and the left stick. This is the only use to it. And the benefit of this type of input is that you have unlimited possibility of sticks value. But in fighting game, you really don't use all of that. All you need this and 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 this. All you need is a directional, not an infinite value. The problem is when you have an infinite value, you sometimes by accident input a wrong direction. This is great for this type of game when you have like to aim your shot more specifically, you know. This type of input is more for this, not for a game where you only can choose between a direction. So this is the first issue about controller, about using sticks to play games. But if you practice it enough, I'm pretty sure that you will learn the right inputs every time, or at least you don't drop that much. The second one is digital input, and this is something I really like. The more I am alive, I realize that digital input is the way to go for everything. Because what is the point of being 0.5? If 0.5 can't get you a house, it's literally a zero because you don't own a house. If you need $1 million to buy a house, 0.5 million is still zero in owning a house. So this is why I like this kind of input. Either be or not to be at all. And this is what it's all about. Either one, which means you are press the button, or zero, which means you don't press. And you find this in controller, in the D-pad, you find it in hitbox, of course, keyboard, and also the sticks, the fighting game stick. And even this uses a digital input. Doesn't use the same analog input as the sticks. Don't let it fool you, because there is literally a button inside the box that read the input with digital input. That's enough talking about how the game read your input. There is something also really important about playing games. The physical thing you are doing with your finger, like you are moving finger from this to this, or how you move your stick or these sticks. And with that, we can also separate all of these into two categories. Okay, the first physical thing that I want to talk about is motion input. Both the stick and controller sticks are really useful for this. It's easy to understand it just like that, smoothly. They are active with your brain without even have any other information. A fireball is just like this, a fireball is just like this. You can just do it. For this, there are games that really needed that, and maybe you will have some advantage using the sticks for this type of games, because it requires motion input. But lately, there are some types of games that didn't really need it, like DNF, Duel. They don't really require this type of inputs. So you don't have to physically move your hand in this type of motion. And that's why pressing and releasing become much more useful in this modern agent era of fighting game. But to be honest, even if you use like hitbox or keyboard to do motion input, over the time you are going to be more precise than someone who is using the sticks. Do you know why? Because it doesn't have these infinite possibilities. And maybe that's why in Fatal Fury, like the best pro player right now are using sticks, because this stick has the same benefit of being precise with digital input, but using the physical motion too. Since you don't really need motion anymore, you can just input those kind of input with these buttons. All you need to learn is basically like, instead of doing a motion, you are doing a rhythm, a tempo, like press, release, press, release, press, release. And the same goes for a keyboard. That's why I will count hitbox and keyboard as the same input. The only benefit that you have is the quality of the buttons, and also like the layout. You will not press any wrong button by accident. And also there are some I think it's called SCOD. What this do is basically, let's say you are holding down and you jump with this. This will be neutral if you are using keyboard, but you can program the hitbox to the moment you hit jump, it will let go of down even if you are physically still pressing it. With that, you can literally jump, then immediately start guarding or blocking. Anyway, that's the only difference, but physically and electronically they are the same. Lately, because I know 2x key will not have a motion input, I started to try more games that doesn't require them, and the first one that I tried was this one, Hunter x Hunter. I have already made a video about that if you want to check it out. And the second one is DNF Duel. And the video that I did about DNF Duel was this one. What I did was I tried all of the characters in that game that is for free, because I get the game for free in big game. I will try all of the characters and land the hardest combo I can. With that, I will practice more using the keyboard and buttons, because to be honest, at first it was really hard. And that's why maybe the best thing for you is just to stick to the thing that you are most comfortable with, because using keyboard or a hitbox or controller, all of these require a skill, and if you don't really have it, you have to learn it from zero. There is no like specific device that just let you become like that better. There is nothing like that, okay? And why I did that challenge? Because doing all of the characters, I'm going to try more combo routes, more like characters archetype, and I will be ready to play good at 2x KO. And maybe that was really helpful. And the last one that I tried was this one. This was really a disaster. It was Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. I tried to reach Master, and every time I lose I take a Japanese lesson. But bro, that was really hard. And maybe I will keep doing that. But this has also helped me practice my blocking left and right and stuff like that. Because both of these games doesn't really have online mode, or at least it doesn't work fine. This one lost all of the player base, and this one was dead on arrival. But the Grand Blue Fantasy still has like online community, so I played some matches, and for that I learned how to block right and left. Now let's go to the main topic, 2x KO. For this keyboard layout, what I really want is I want everything to feel smoothly to my brain. The default layout will make you play with this part. But come on, how can I hit this to this to this without hitting this or that or that? I will be completely lost. That's why I don't like it from the start. The idea was like, because I am super lazy, let's say I want to hit this button with my finger and I move to this button. The moment I release that button and I start moving to other one, there is a traveling time, and this traveling time is really annoying. And also I'm super lazy to move my finger from a button to other, because there is a high possibility that after I wanted to come back to the first button, the button that I will reset my fingers on, I will, instead of going to L, I will go to K or O or this one, you know, you see what I mean? I wanted a layout that let all of my fingers rest to the right buttons. The thing that I find is, look at our fingers, you know, the longest one is the middle fingers, okay, and this is a little bit shorter than it. Then there is this one that already down here, and this one is a little bit shorter than it, but it worked, and this one is the shorter one. So what you end up with is something like that. And when you think about it, what is the part in the keyboard that will work just fine? Surely not here, not here, is here. Let me show it to you. It's just like this. Plus is long, which make it really easy for you to hit it with your smallest finger. And this, the length of those fingers, the middle finger and the, what does it call, the wisdom finger, I don't know, the one that you put your ring finger, I think, and the ring finger is close to each other. Then will go your this finger here, and your index is all the way here. Is this your index? I mean, this one is right here. Your thumb, okay, this is your thumb, and your thumb is all the way here. Or is this your thumb? I have no idea. Anyway, this is the layout that I will reset my fingers in. And if I want to move, I can move this one to either here or here, and this one here. See, I have 3 more buttons to move my fingers in. And do you know why? Because I used to move this finger when I play in controller, and this I'm used to move it when I'm pressing on my mouse. But all of the other 3 require more practice, because I'm not used to use them at all. Just pressing these buttons is hard enough for me. And there is also like the combination of this button and this button and this and this, you see what I mean? Thankfully I really learned how to combine this with this in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, because in that game I made this just for special moves. and each special move has like 3 types of power levels. To get different variable of that special input, you need to press 2 buttons. So that's how I practice to press 2 separate buttons at once. Okay, what I forgot to say is why I'm using a keyboard instead of a hitbox. Of course, because I already have a keyboard. Why would they have spent money that I don't even have? I don't even have money. How can I spend more money? And also maybe I would have customized this. Anyway, a wise one is the one that make work with whatever he has. So if you have a keyboard, play with. That's it. What I wanted to do right now is basically using my left hand only for movement and my right hand only for attacking. What I want is my left hand to move, okay, and my right hand is to attack. And the layout will be like this. On my left hand, this is obviously, this is to go left, this is to go right, this is down, this is to jump, this is up. Okay, and there is something really specific about this game is the ability to dodge. Dodge is really important. So if I should use the dodge macro, it's literally like running in FPS, and the button that I am used to run in FPS is this one. So this will be dodge. This will be dodge. Now let's talk about our left hand. There is something really annoying about the game with no motion input. I have used motion input before to know like the strength of each move, but if all of the moves are the same, how can I make a difference? What is the difference between this move and this move? Who is stronger, this one or this one? They kind of look the same. And to understand the power level without motion input, I have to be creative with it. So what I did, they created something they called like direction of the power will go like this. This is the direction of the power. My weakest attack will be right here to the strongest. And why this is really important? Because this will help me with comboing. For example, in Guilty Gear you do like a move to a move to a move to a special move to a Roman cancel to a move. See? And this will be the same. So since this is like the line of power, let's call it the line of power. Logically, the weakest attack will be my light attack. This is the light attack. This is the medium attack. This is the heavy attack. And right now we reach the special. This is the special attack. And this is another special attack. A special one. Special tip. And when you go to the game, combo will go like this. See? Light, medium, heavy. This is a combo. So light, medium, heavy. Light, medium, heavy, special. This is a combo. And there is like a new universal thing is down heavy is a launcher. It's your launcher and also your anti-air attack. So you can do it like, and you can repeat the same thing. See what I mean by the line of power? This made the game much easier for me to understand. So light, medium, heavy, launch, light, medium, heavy, launch, special. See, so it will go always like this to this or go to this to this to this. And even in the sky you can do it like this. Light, medium, heavy, launch, light, medium, heavy, special one. And then you start working with it and you end up with something like this. See? So what button are still unused? This is something I'm not sure about, but this is the most important part. The other one you can just modify the way you like. If you have already noticed, I am just using Juggernaut, so I am not using any assist. What I have seen pro players say that assist button is a button that you needed to reset your finger in, so it has to be one of these buttons, something that you can press every time. But before talking about that, I still have 3 important buttons that I don't already have. The first one will be the burst button, the parry, and there is also the assist button. Okay, so let's go back to the left side. Here what I need is, what I said before is all of the movement ability are going to this side. But if you have already noticed, like you need these 2 buttons and these 2 buttons, so basically are using these 2 to block. And which of these are considered a block option? Of course it's the parry, so the parry will be right here. And why did I use the parry for this? Because of course I used to use control to crouch in Apex. You have to react fast with the parry. How can you press the parry if it's here? For that you need to use this part of your hand. So your pinky finger will press the dodge, and this part of your hand will press the parry. This is how I'm used to press control. And thinking of this strategy inspired me to do the same for this part. So the special 2 will be to this, and this part will be to enter. And the button that a lot of pro players said that you have to reset your finger in because you need to use it while pressing light or medium or heavy to mix your opponent is the assist. So the assist will go right here. Okay, so the assist will go right here, and what we end up with the burst, and the button that is really easy for you to move your finger to is the 7. You will use this for this, so this will go for the burst. And with that, I think I have finished all of it. I will make it just clearer. Okay, so take a look, and let's empty it again. This is the full layout. And with that, I think this whole video is finished. So guys, I hope you find this video helpful, and if it was really, I appreciate a sub. I will try to learn this game, you know. See, as I was saying, is you can do this to this easy without making anything complicated, and do this. You can do something like that, easy peasy. Just follow the line of power. Just follow the line of power and you'll end up doing a lot of stuff. Okay guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video too.